Mike, turn your games down.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to a movie episode of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who is a cop with me tonight? I got nothing better. Ooh. I know.
I'm Bill Tucker from A Gamer Looks at 40 and carrying my cross podcast. And you call this a glitch?
And I'm John, and I was trying to swallow a mouthful of chicken so I could talk. And I am going to be one badass motherfucker.
I'm Michael Colby, and I remember when Robocop shot that guy in the dick.
And I'm Kyle, and can you fly, Bobby?
That's a good one.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good scene. Bill, do you want to introduce what we're talking about, even though I forgot to say that to you ahead of time?
Oh, sure. Let me just...
I just thought about it. Like, oh, shit.
On the spot.
I know that.
Oh, that's fine. I can easily do that. Sure. Let me just waste everyone's time for 2 seconds while we talk about Robocop from 1987, directed by Paul Verhoeven, written by Edward Neumeier and Michael Miner, and distributed and produced by Orion Pictures in the aforementioned year of our Lord, 1987. And boy, does this feel like a 1987 movie, doesn't it, y'all?
It does. Really does.
No.
You say that?
I think it does. To me, it does, right?
I really disagree. I'm actually still floored to this day how relevant this fucking movie is. It's
No,
like,
Yeah, it is.
man,
I'm the same way.
oh, man.
I posed that as a half question, half thing. I posed it as a discussion point, not so much as this feels like a 1987 movie, because this does feel like it was made. It feels like this could have been made yesterday, and it's still extremely potent and timely.
And what a sad commentary on society that fucking is.
Yeah,
boy, oh boy! I was on my way back. I was on my way back from our evening activities with the fam, and I saw somebody driving in a dirty Cybertruck. And look, people's aesthetics and taste are one thing, but those things genuinely look like they came out of Detroit in Robocop.
Yeah.
Detroit. It's like Elon Musk really dug this movie for all the wrong reasons. I want to make a Robocop truck, and it looks like something from a dystopian state. Like it is,
yeah.
especially when it's not kempt and it's dirty and musty and not shiny. Boy, oh boy, that thing. Yeah.
The Cybertruck to me is like one of those things that is so ugly, I think it kind of looks cool. I don't mind the look of the Cybertruck.
It does not look cool. It is one of those things. Okay, and we're going to talk about this a lot, but like if you have no media literacy, you can absolutely take the wrong things out of this movie. Yeah. Like you can go, oh, a Robocop would be a great idea if you have no idea what the movie's trying to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so before we go away from the Musk thing, I do have a really stupid comment. So a couple of days ago, I was walking at a bridge that I always walk at, and there's some teenagers there. Let's say they're 16, 17, or 15, because somebody was driving. And they say, they say hi or whatever. I'm like, all right. And then, just kind of ignored them. But then when we get into the car, they get into a Tesla, like, man, you fuck with Musk? I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, no. And they're like, why not? And I just ignored him and drove away. And I'm like, why are you even asking some random guy that just got into a Nissan if he fucks with Musk? Like, where did this come from? Like, I'm not wearing a hat that says fuck Trump or anything. Like, I don't have any, nothing on there that shows I'm a Democrat. I just had a game shirt on. But like, I was just like, why are we like, I don't even know you. I don't want to know you either, but why?
I think it's especially kind of sad when, like, of all the movies we could take lessons from on how to be a better study. I mean, it's one thing already because, like, actually paying that much attention to movies that we should learn lessons from them. But it's also just that, like, of all the movies that we should have our reality based off of now, a fucking Paul Verhoeven movie. Like, oh God. Oh God. Oh no. Like, and I say this, I fucking love Paul Verhoeven. I think he's a fucking incredible director. The man has made so many incredible movies, but it's just like, oh God, we're in a time that's stranger than a Paul Verhoeven movie. Like, a Paul Verhoeven movie would actually be less strange than what the world we live in right now.
I feel like I made a mistake when I said, like, I mean, to me, this feels like this came out in 87 just because of the way that it looks. I mean, it looks good, so I don't mean it's a bad thing. It's just like the violence felt very over the top, but it also, like, especially when it comes to the vehicle, it's Jesus. 87. Not a bad way, but you can tell. Yeah. But that also, we should start off with our memories. So I have always told myself I saw this movie before, I have never seen this movie before.
Wow. Okay.
So I thought I did. I was like, I've seen this movie. I know I did. Nope. I've seen parts of this movie. I've never seen the whole thing in one sitting or at one time.
That's insane to me.
Agreed. I did not. I was like, yeah, I was really surprised when I watched this movie that I had never actually seen it. But I have seen the remake in theaters. So, hey.
Oh.
I did too. And we can chat about that a little bit.
At the end.
I
a
would
little bit.
prefer if we don't.
I mean, it's part of the you don't really have to because
remake.
it's.
I like it.
I don't-
I like the remake.
I don't hate
Oh
it
my
either.
God.
I don't hate it either. If it was called, I wrote this. I think I wrote a review of this back in days when I was doing reviews. If the remake was called Cyber Guy or Cyber Police, it would be
Yeah.
perfectly okay. But when you name it
then it-
RoboCop, there's a provenance there, and it's nowhere close. It's written by somebody who didn't quite get the original point of
Yeah,
RoboCop.
And if it was called Cyber Police, it would have been an asylum movie, which is what it belongs being. Like,
Sure,
Yeah.
fair.
That movie completely misses every point, and it's also boring as shit. That movie is
PG-13,
so boring.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like, if you're gonna be a RoboCop movie, like, if you're gonna be PG-13, what the hell's the point? Because at least for like the first RoboCop, like half of what. Now, I'm not gonna even say half of what makes it interesting, but like, you know, a lot of the brutal ultra violence is actually to the point of the film. Like,
Yeah, it
Yeah.
has to be there.
yeah, it actually has to fucking be there, and it's just like. You're doing PG-13 RoboCop. Why? Because
Yeah.
RoboCop 3 did PG-13 RoboCop, and I hate saying those exact words because like I'm a pretty big fan of Fred Decker, but yeah, no one likes RoboCop 3.
No,
That's what I've heard. Never seen it. So.
don't
I don't know that I've ever seen it.
don't.
Is that the one where he gets the jetpack?
Yes,
Okay, I have seen it.
And Bill, what's your history with this movie? And this is all your pick. Thank
Oh
you.
yeah, this was my pick. Yep, this is one of my faves. Probably I would rank in the top 10 of my favorite movies. It's one of these perfect satires, and it's one of these I saw way too young. And I think this is a common theme. I've had RoboCop conversations a bunch in my life, and a lot of people have seen this way too young for some reason. My dad had this on VHS. I think this is a movie he really loved as well. And I watched it probably when I was 11, maybe 10 or 11.
Oh,
Yeah, too young to watch the hyper violent RoboCop movie. And I'm sure I didn't get the perfect satire that it is. And it is I think a perfect satire and maybe very close to a perfect movie. I remember just thinking it was cool. Again, Robo Dude. And if you remember too, at the time, there was lots of like toys. I had RoboCop toys. I had I'm pretty sure I had an Ed 209, which was pretty cool.
God, that
I'm
makes me
very
so uncomfortable.
oh yeah, no, there was
Terminator and RoboCop toys. Like, yeah, these toys are for kids, but they're based off of R-rated movies.
yep, and that
Welcome
was
to
a
the
con-
80s.
that was a pretty common theme. They would it's Toxic Avenger stuff I owned, almost
Yeah,
Toxie
too.
stuff. And I never saw it, but I thought the Toxic Avenger looked cool. There was a cartoon, and I'm pretty sure there was a cartoon for RoboCop as
yeah,
well.
there was.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
There were a few. And it's
Yeah,
just like, when I think of perfect for the whole family, I think of Trolla Entertainment.
Yes, of course, right? Because that's exactly family-friendly entertainment. So for me, when I first saw this as a kid, I just loved the violence. It was just like, oh, that's so cool. I'm getting away with something here. I found something in my dad's collection that I certainly was not supposed to see. But since I've seen it, and I've seen this movie, I don't know, 30 times. I don't know how many times I've seen this movie. I can't count it. I've really come to appreciate what a beautifully tuned satire this is. And while also being a crackling good action movie and very, very funny, every note it plays, it hits. And it is rare for a movie to do exactly what the director intended. So when you talk about like directorial intent and whether it was a success, this is one of the great successes, I think, in cinema history, in that it does everything it's designed to do well. And I cannot in good conscience say anything I would change or do differently. It's one of those almost perfect movies.
Nice. John.
I couldn't tell you the first time I saw this movie. It was probably on a random channel one night when I was supposed to be asleep. But I've seen it quite a few times. I've never watched the series, but I've seen all the movies. I've seen the remake. I played Rogue City, which if nobody's played Rogue City, I think Rogue City might be better than Robocop 1. Rogue City is a freaking stellar game.
No.
But
No.
what?
I love that game, but no.
I don't know. I think it
Better than the
might be.
movie?
Man, I think I might like it more than the first
absolutely
movie.
fucking not.
I own it and I've not played it, and I've been curious. I was going to ask you this: is it the game? I bought it on sale, Steam sale, $10 or whatever.
It's really great.
Okay,
Don't get me wrong, it's really great, but better than the movie? No fucking way.
I might like it more than the movie. I'm not going to say maybe that it's better than the movie.
You can
I
like
think I may
it better,
enjoy
but
a lot
it's
of
not
stuff.
better.
Yeah.
Be
No,
careful
Rogue
with how
City.
let's be careful with how we word things. Like, let's not say something is better. Like, no, you like it better. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, Rogue City is absolutely stellar. If you have not played it, go play it, and it's like on sale for like $4 on GOG right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen the movie a lot. It's always great. It's been a while since I've seen it. I remembered the scene of him getting shot up being way more gory than it is. It's still really gory, but it tells you how long it's been since I've seen it.
I was just gonna say, like, that's still pretty fucking graphic. Like,
It's pretty, yeah.
guy gets turned into Swiss cheese. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's bad.
Colby.
I just like Bill. I saw this way too young. It came out in 1987. I was 8. I may have seen it that year. I was younger than 10.
Wow.
And it is one of those, just like Bill said, when I saw it the first time, wow, what a cool action movie with a bunch of shooting and like a cool design for a character, for the cars, for everything. And I didn't understand what the movie was. And I probably watched it 5 times before I realized that it had any social commentary on it at all. And it is one of 2 scenes from movies from when I was a kid that absolutely traumatized me. Murphy getting shot up is up there with there's a scene in The Last Boy Scout where one of the dudes I think Bruce Willis runs into another car where there was a dude in between the 2 cars, and it fucked me up for years. And Murphy getting killed was the same way. Like, I would see it when I would close my eyes.
Ugh.
But like, otherwise, it's such a fun movie. And I can see, I think this is one of those movies that's great. And Paul Verhoeven does such a good job at this, making movies that if you want to watch an action movie, you can watch this or Starship Troopers or something like that. And it's great. If you want something that like is telling you something, you can watch this and it can be that. Like, it's such a thin line that he walks on. And I think it's his style of directing where everything is always moving. There is never a boring second in a Paul Verhoeven movie. When they're just talking, they're walking around. There's stuff going on in the background. There's never any static shots of people just standing there talking to each other. And it makes everything so much better. And people just don't do it anymore because they think we're dumb and they're right. And every movie now is focus tested until it's so boring that it's unwatchable. And it drives me nuts. And that was like part of what was wrong with, I think, the remake. It was so like clean and generic. And I was like, I didn't even make it all the way through the remake. I think I turned it off after an hour. I was like, there is nothing to this movie. And then you watch this and you're like, I can't believe that a movie made in 1987 is still so relevant and so fun and is still like saying stuff that needs to be said today. And the remake said nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's well said.
Have you seen Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die?
Not yet.
Okay, I think that from the way you're talking, I think you would very much enjoy that movie because it is very much that like satire, not just for it feels like I said, it feels like a very dirty it's still my favorite movie of the year by far.
Yeah. If you listen to Absolutely the Best Podcast, you'll hear me talking about dirt on there a lot. And there's something about genuine filth in a movie and like something clean where you put the filth on it. And Robocop 1987 is genuine filth. And the remake is clean stuff and you put a layer of filth on it and it's not the same. It doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, you're 1,000% right. I looked at my old review from that movie, and my tagline was, "I'd buy that for a quarter," and that's about right. I gave it a 5 out of 10, which I think is probably still accurate. Like,
really
okay, this is I'd buy that for a quarter because it's about a quarter of what RoboCop is. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I think Mike died.
Of a weird history with RoboCop. I actually never really saw this in my childhood. I had heard all about RoboCop. I've heard it like thousands of times throughout my childhood, but I just had not seen it. And like, I didn't really know what to expect. And like, I thought it would be some stupid movie that was just, I don't know, some cheesy load of crap or whatever, until I had finally watched it when I was around 17 or 18 years old. And man, I was so fucking dead wrong. And I've seen this movie about 6 times now. And every single fucking time I ever watch this movie, I always take something different away from it. And it's just like, God damn it, this movie is just so layered and it's so fucking brilliant. And it's such an incredible piece of film, and like especially from the 80s, a decade where I think we definitely have a nostalgia for it, even for people who weren't even fucking born in the 80s, such as myself, because I'm one of those annoying little pieces of shit that never shuts the fuck up about stuff like that. I think it's like just as like this film especially, like there are movies from the 80s that we have nostalgia for that I feel like maybe to a degree there's certain films from the 80s where I feel like they actually kind of don't deserve the nostalgia that they get. But I feel like there were movies that like are from the 80s that absolutely deserve every single bit of praise they ever receive. And RoboCop is one of those rare movies. This deserves every single bit of praise it receives. And it honestly deserves even more than that. This movie is so fucking relevant, and I was joking around about this. This actually might have made it into the recording, but I was joking around that, like, I think it's kind of hilarious and also sad that of all of the movies that is relevant to our modern times, it's fucking RoboCop, a Paul Verhoeven movie.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me while I go hyperventilate. I'm just gonna go in the corner, maybe blow into a paper bag, just try to catch my breath. But yeah, this movie is just incredible. But yeah, like, I'm actually happy, though, that I waited until I was a little older to really watch this, because, like, it's like I was ever really denied, like, kind of, like, violence or anything like that as a child, because, like, it wasn't the case with my parents, especially my mom. She was usually pretty cool with whatever stuff we watched, just as long as, she would tell us, just as long as we realized that this is a TV show or this is a movie. It's not real. This is made up. This is nothing. It's fantasy. Like, nothing can hurt you. Like, reality is reality, and this is fiction. This is entirely different. And yeah, even with that, though, I still don't think I would have been able to handle something like RoboCop when I was younger, because I am a 36-year-old grown-ass adult man, and I still am stunned to silence by so many sequences in this film, especially the violence. Man,
it is intense.
This is a good piece of film when a movie that is several years half your age can stun you into silence in just how mesmerizing it is. Like, just everything in the scene of this film, just blows you away. It blows your mind. You're like, what did they do? Just, yeah, man, but like, it's weird. I didn't quote unquote grow up with this, but I'm so happy I started watching this when I did, because yeah, I fucking love this movie, and man, I can't wait to start talking about it. Like, let's fucking dive in. Let's go.
I want to do a quick plot summary that I did not write down ahead of time because I'm not Ken, but I think I can pull it off out of my ass. In the dirty down and dirty Detroit, where corporations rule the world and crime is everywhere, we take a man who got brutally murdered and make him a Robocop, because what's better than police force and police force run by a corporation? There we go.
And can we also say that there are 3 Twin Peaks actors in this movie, so 3 extra stars.
Yes! Yes!
13 out of 10 stars.
Hell yeah!
I caught
Everybody give your love and shout outs to the always incredible Miguel Ferrer, Ray Park, and who else? Sorry, not Ray Park. Ray Wise, I believe.
Ray Wise, yeah. And Daniel O'Harahy?
Right, he's in Twin Peaks as well. Oh my
Yes,
god, how the
yes,
hell did
he
I
is.
forget that? Man, just incredible actors. Especially Miguel Ferrer. Like, it's weird. Like, a character that Miguel plays in this movie, I feel like if this were played by any other actor, he would be a smarmy, shitty bad guy.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's played by Miguel Ferrer in this, it's like, oh no, he actually has some layers to him. Like, he's not just some greasy shithead fucking office CEO piece of garbage. Like,
Yeah, this is a real ensemble cast. Like, there is no like big stars in here, and everybody is playing off of each other. That's another thing that we don't really get anymore, because every movie studio needs their big, star to be in the movie, and then everybody's bowing down to their big star. And this is just a movie filled with great actors who are playing their roles. And and I don't want to sound like, oh, the way they make movies now these days, because they're like, doing their, people talk about how movies these days suck. And it's like true, but nobody gets the point of why they suck. And the reason that they suck is because everything has to be so clean so that the corporations can make as much money as they can by like making it boring so that everyone will want to see it, instead of making something that's satirical and biting and has teeth and is dirty. And they're afraid that they're gonna lose half of their audience, and they are. But then you're not making art anymore. Then you're just making some generic
content.
Some Target art that they sell, a painting that they sell at Target of a boat. Like, you're not saying anything with your movies.
So the new Star Wars movies, that's what I'm getting at. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, except for the good one, the Ryan Johnson one. That's the
Ryan Johnson one.
Yeah, the Ryan
That's
Johnson one
good one.
is amazing.
Oh,
but
yeah.
then they cleaned it back up.
His people started crying about it. And
Because people and then Disney started listening to them. And that is the problem. That's the whole problem, is that these corporations listen to these crying assholes online, and then they end up saying nothing with their movie.
I will forever say, I don't mind Rise of Skywalker. I actually I know it's not great, but there's parts of it I like. Rise of Skywalker would be held so much higher, I think, if Rey had died and Ben had been the one to continue. That would have been so much cooler.
If they would have done anything, to continue the last movie, or if they would have done anything to make it not the most fucking boring fan servicey movie you've ever seen. Disney is the king of that. Let's talk about Robocop, for fuck's sake.
First thing I do want to say is coming into this movie so I was trying to watch this movie the way I do everything in my life, which is multiple things at once. So I had a tablet up. You did, and you were right. Even within the first opening of this movie with with all the TV screens and showing what's going on in this world, I was like, Colby's right. I need to put this down. And I sat here, still played on my phone, but I sat here and watched the movie on my big 17-inch laptop monitor on actually a slow day at work. So I was able to watch this movie pretty well, and I was engrossed. It's not like when I did Saw 3 and Saw 4, I could watch those on a tablet. It doesn't affect me any.
Yeah.
This I could not. This I had to pay attention, and I wanted to. That's all I don't want. I like it, but I don't.
So
I'm happy to pay half attention.
I wanted to bring up something about that opening and just the fact, and if anybody's played this, they probably know where I'm going with this, but Metal Gear Solid 4, where do you think he got the inspiration for the opening? Is probably Robocop, because it's the same opening.
Well, Kojima is that type of person, though. That man loves his various amounts of like pop culture, but especially American pop culture and like
Kojima,
American cinema. Like that man loves his cinema.
100% of the things that Kojima does is just stolen from movies that he likes.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
I mean, I would pretty much do the same thing if I made fucking video games. Like, if I fucking made a video game, it would probably just be a beat 'em up, and I would have like fucking scenes referencing shit like The Warriors and like righting wrongs with Cynthia Rothrock and Yun Biao. Like, that's what I would do. Like, oh my god.
It just surprised me. Like, there's so much, and you guys are right, there's so much social commentary to this that, like, I just knew I had to pay attention to this movie. And at one point, when I was watching this on TV in my lunch break, I had looked away for a second because I was doing something, and I missed a part. I'm like, wait a second. I went and had to rewind the movie because I didn't want to miss the part.
No, you
like,
can't.
Little things. This is a movie you have to pay attention to, and you don't normally get that from action movies, where you really need that.
And that's one of the things and that's another thing that movies don't do anymore, is this movie is barely over 90 minutes long.
Yeah.
And you understand what's going on with the world. You understand all of these characters' motivations. And it's because instead of making a 3-hour movie where you spoon feed your audience their backstory by telling them everything that happened to them, you have a bunch of stuff happen with the characters. You see how they react. You see, what they do in situations, and that's how you understand the characters. So you get this densely packed world, and these these characters are completely fleshed out down to, Kurtwood Smith's like henchmen. Mm-hmm. You understand what, who these people are because of how they react to what's going on. And that's how you make a movie.
Yep.
And I was going to comment. How sad of a situation is it that we have to explain that too? For eons we've been preaching in the world of writing, showing, not telling. Like that's like right number one. You show a character's backstory through them doing things and having conversations, and you don't need 18 pages of someone's backstory. And now we have to explain this now. It's great. Yeah. We are going back. We're going backwards, y'all. It's not good.
One of the things that they first, and if I remember right, it's like fairly near the start of the movie, is the Ed 209 blowing away the executive in the office, and the fact that nobody cares. It's just one of those things like, oh, this is what we're in for, that this product screwed up, and these guys are over here going, you screwed up because the project screwed up. It's not that you screwed up because they killed the guy. It's you screwed up because we can't sell this now.
Yes. That's exactly.
Man was just turned to Swiss cheese. Like,
you just summed up this entire movie with that sentence.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
But don't worry, they called the paramedics for him after he got shot up, and he's a bloody pulp. They're like, it's a paramedic. I'm like, I think that ship sailed, guys.
Because that was protocol. That's protocol. That's what you do in your corporate world. That's protocol. Again, they weren't watching a man turned into red guacamole. They were watching their profit margins dwindle, and they're watching they're watching cripes. Now we have 6 more months worth of research to do, and oh boy, I'm going to get written up by this, and I better not react because our CEO is a bit of a hothead, and he's probably got a hidden button that will launch me Austin Powers style into a burning lake of fire. So let me just sit here and not react. You're right. We're talking about the very beginning where they have all these TV screens. My opening was going to be one of those like bits, but it's a little long. So again, telling you about the world and how our world works now. It's like I forget one of the news pieces is like nuclear space laser, destroyed a small town in Korea.
Yep.
A nation mourns. And on the brighter side, San Diego or something. A nation mourns. And then on the brighter side, like love this stuff. It's so good.
Yeah.
And that's the news. And it's like,
yes.
oh yeah, this town was destroyed. but at least, the president is up in space, so he was safe. Like,
Right.
No, the president was the gravity thing fucked up on the space station, so the president was floating around for like an hour.
And it was as important of a story as a town getting destroyed, and that is fucking life now.
Yep. Yes. That is literally doom scrolling. It's doom scrolling in TV form. It's like, hey, here's heinous thing, and now, hey, here's a video of whatever, right? Of nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how we consume now. We consume in this like very, I don't know, hollow sort of way where we're just consuming and not really understanding or feeling anymore. And
and we get that with, the war stuff too. It's like, and they do it on purpose. You see, bombs dropping onto buildings from miles up in the sky because all you're seeing is the cool explosion of a building. You're not seeing the people getting like vaporized inside of that building like that, because that's not what they want you to see. They want you to see the cool explosion and not that there were human lives in there. And that's again, this movie and life. I was depressed watching this movie.
There's a podcast I listened to, and they were back when they're kind of all about military stuff, and they were talking about the when Ukraine started, and they were like, this is the real first time that we went from like, okay, we're seeing this attack that happened 2 days ago on the news to now we are watching this attack 30 seconds after it happened on the internet.
Yep.
We can watch it live. We can watch as Russia's bombing Ukraine. Yeah. Almost live.
Watch it on TikTok. Watch it on fucked up news sites. Watch it on some fucked up underground sites. Like, this shit's just available. You can just, it's fucking awful and horrid, and it sucks, and you can just watch it. Yep.
And I still sometimes find myself watching stuff like that just because it's there. It's so it's so weird.
Oh God.
I understand.
No.
But I mean, I was surprised how relevant this movie is in 2026. That was not on my bingo card.
It's Paul Verhoeven. I'm sorry. I know I'm a broken fucking. I know I'm a broken record, but it's fucking Paul Verhoeven. He's got a way. Him and his writers like Edward Neumeier. They have a fucking way with this stuff. Like
it's that. Back in 1987, people didn't talk about this stuff. It was still happening exactly the way that it happens now. But now we have a chance to know. So like people thought that like Verhoeven was nuts because of the stuff that he was making and like what he was saying. But like he was just saying what was going on. And now we just know it because we can see it, like you said, with social media, like we can see it happen in real time. And it just didn't happen back then as much.
And that's probably what makes this movie so special. So
it's one of the things that makes it so special. Like there are several reasons why this movie is special.
Like we can talk about what the movie is saying all day long, but it's also a fun movie to watch.
Oh my God, is it?
That's like the way that like I always think of this like The Clash and The Cure and like Joy Division. Like bands like that were saying stuff, but putting it with pop music so that it was easier to digest. Yeah. And that's what these movies are doing. They're like saying something that's like hard to hear, but they're putting it in this fun movie with a robot cop who shoots guys in the dick.
This movie, like, I got like. They Live, another like excellent fucking like satire-laden like layered 80s movie of like these two movies are like junk food in McDonald's, and that like they're so easy to eat and you're just like, oh, this is great, and then it's just like, oh, but there's actually like a lot of like nutrients and vitamins and
I was gonna say.
and it's just like, so they're not that, but like the way they look, it's like they look like junk food in McDonald's, but when you actually eat them and digest them, it's like, oh, there's like a lot of nutrients and vitamins in them, and then my brain is going and it's thinking, and I'm like, there's so many things to this. It's like, fuck, that's
if you put Robocop, They Live, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die Together, That will be one heck of a time of like a trilogy of movies because they're all the same. Like they're all the same, bringing up. Like I walked out of the theaters, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. Like looking at my phone, like I should throw this thing in the trash.
Yeah.
Like, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die touches on some hard stuff while being like very satiric. I can't like I will talk about the movie till I'm in the ground. That movie's incredible.
Robocop, I think, and this is just my opinion, like, I'm not saying this is what everybody would think of, this is a good example of this, but this really just is, like, I'm only saying this from my perspective, but I think a sign of good satire is when it's not just making you think, it's constantly making you think. It never stops making you think. Like years later, like you could have saw this movie 30 years ago, and then to the day, 30 years later, you're still thinking about everything it's saying. It's like, that's fucking good satire.
Yeah.
It never stops making you think.
I mean, and just like I want to talk about the over. I mean, this movie is overly violent, as we've said a few times now. But normally, I'm not big into that, but it works in this movie just fine.
Yeah,
it fits the movie.
Like I said, it needs to be there. If you don't have the violence, then what's happening doesn't have any weight to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like the violence is the weight, and if you don't, if you sanitize the violence or don't show it, like they did in a certain remake, then you're like taking all the weight away from what's happening. Like it doesn't matter that it's happening if you don't see it on the screen.
It also doesn't hurt that it's so beautifully choreographed and made as well. And like we've said before, it is so much damn fun. And if you can tell good stories in an entertaining way. And again, I'm shocked that we have to talk like this in the year of our craptitude 2026. This should not be surprising that this movie we're exploring interesting themes through really entertaining, exceedingly well-made action and everything else. So it does everything so well. It's a marvel of a movie.
Yeah, but it's not a Marvel movie because it's fun.
That's actually good.
Hey, some of those are good.
It actually has a directorial. It actually has a directorial intent and actually has.
Don't get me wrong. There's some movies that I enjoy, but they're not good.
No.
Thunderbolts. I will give it for the Thunderbolts.
They're fun. I like them. They're fun. But like, come on now. Let's not.
Not to turn this into a Marvel conversation, but I've always likened Marvel movies to police procedurals, like CSI Miami's or your Criminal Minds. Like they're fine and they're fun and they're all the same. It's just, but they're fine and they're fun, but I'm not going there for anything other than that. Really,
I mean, there are some exceptions. Like Thunderbolts deals like mental health. Captain America: Winter Soldier deals with like overreach of government.
Thunderbolts.
There are a lot, but
Thunderbolts deals with mental health in it hits you upside the head with it.
Yeah.
There's nothing subtle about it, and also it's not like that's not how mental health works.
Yep.
I feel like the again. We'll talk about Robocop, but I just wanted to say that Thunderbolts. It feels like they think that the cure for your mental health is to just let your friends in and let them help you fix yourself. And that sucks. That fucking sucks. And
I agree.
That movie, don't get me wrong, I liked Thunderbolt. But the way that it dealt with mental health was bad.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fair. Very fair.
Like that movie too.
Okay.
Definitely
Robocop.
Right.
Yes, Robocop, please.
So another thing that I want to talk about, just how like this whole movie, the way they do, like we talked about the violence, like the way that Murphy becomes Robocop and just gets fucking massacred. And then to have his life kind of has no meaning, at first. They're like, well, he's just, he's nothing. Like, he's just a property. That's all they see him, which is, it fits corporation.
Yeah.
I want to know what kind of freaking shotgun round took his arm off.
A movie gun.
I mean, the hand getting blown off by like buckshot, I can see. The whole arm getting taken off by anything less than like a slug, which I don't even know if a slug would take your arm off. I'm like the gun nerd in me was like, what the heck were they shooting? So one shot his arm off.
Well, that's a problem if you're thinking about how reality works in any of this.
I agree.
Yeah, you can't.
No.
You're looking for reality, and this is not that kind of movie. And that's fine. This is a goofy movie. I mean, the weapons are all overly goofy, but I also took it, isn't it supposed to be kind of like futuristic?
Yeah.
In a sense?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
No,
it
it
is future.
Near
It's
future,
futuristic for like most of them are actual, like those were real shotguns. Most of them were real. The freaking exploding sniper rifles, those were completely fake. Like most of the shotguns, the machine guns, like most of them were real. Like they're real guns. They might have been like tuned up to look a little different or something, but they are actual real. Like what is the name of that gun? It's the one that he used in the when the guy was robbing the gas station, the old couple. Like that's world. I think that's either World War II or was a Korea machine gun.
Bad idea.
I think it's a German machine gun. I think.
I love the way that, speaking of that exploding sniper rifle, I love the way that, because Ray Wise is the one using that at the end, and he gives that gun, like, it feels like he's having a hard time using it because it's a sniper rifle shooting explosive round. Like, it's little details. Every little detail makes the movie work because it makes the world real.
Yep.
Yeah,
And I think with worse actors or people that didn't care as much as the people who made this movie did, then I would have been thinking about, what kind of gun blows a guy's arm off. But since this is the type of movie that, like, it just, like, happens and you're like, oh, well, the gun that he used to blow the guy away wasn't the point. The point was how violently he got murdered.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's how this movie works. If you think about like the hows instead of the whys, then, and you can be thinking about the whys too, the Ray Wise.
Oh yeah.
You're going to be missing the point.
There's so many little touches in this movie. Like I'm watching it in the background as we're talking. I didn't even notice that in the bathroom stalls, right above the urinals, you can then see the stock market numbers above it.
Yep.
Little touches like that to kind of, I don't know.
Yep.
I like stuff like that a lot.
The police in Robocop Rogue City, the police station is like almost a 1-for-1 recreation of what it is in the movie. Like
That's cool.
It's like space is bigger, like just because it's a video game. But like you walk in, there's the office to the right of the main desk. There's the main desk. You've got it is so cool in the game. It is like it is the police station.
The game is very cool.
Yeah.
Yes,
for sure. And it is like, I will say, the first time that I went into the police station and saw the desk, I was like, holy shit, that's the desk.
Yeah. I mean, the cutscene when you leave the police station is him getting in the car, spinning the front tires, hitting the ramp with sparks. Like it is so cool. It's like
how in Alan Wake, when you go into the police station and you're like, holy shit, this is the Twin Peaks police station.
Well, it's also the one from you're talking Alan Wake 1. I was thinking 2. Yeah, that's true too.
It was hard for him to say something nice about Alan Wake 1 just now too.
No, the only thing I don't like about Alan Wake 1 is the combat, Mike, and you know that.
I do.
Yeah.
I love that entire game.
But
the main villain in this movie, the corporate guy, I recognize that actor from a lot of stuff. I can't place him, but I know I've seen him many times.
Which corporate guy? There's a lot of corporate guys.
Fair. The one that's considered the villain of the movie, the guy that... what is his name?
Dick Jones?
Not the one that got blown away by the grenade, right?
Dick Jones. Ronnie Cox is the actor.
Dick Jones.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
there you go.
I really like that actor. I've seen him in many different things. You are right, yes. There are a lot of different villains, essentially, in this movie.
Let me pull up Beverly Hills Cop, Total Recall, Deliverance, True Detective, Dexter, Medium, Stargate.
Oh, Medium might be where I recognize. I watched that entire show.
Of
Good.
The Agency, American, like he is in so much freaking crap. I'm looking for like anything like super big. The Man in Black.
But he was
Super
great in
big.
this movie. Like all his parts are so good, and like the bathroom scene when the guy's talking shit about him, and then like the way they do it, like you see his pants are down, and you see him, lift his pants up, like he's coming out. Like I'm like, this isn't necessary, but it works.
No, it is necessary.
Yeah, it is.
It is necessary.
Yeah, Mike, please, let's let's be actual critical thinkers here. That is a necessary scene.
I just thought it was fun. I mean, the part I like. It was just the fact that they have him pull up his pants stuff made me laugh, and I just okay.
It's a little detail that makes the world feel real. Is that they're actually in the bathroom using the bathroom. Like it's one of those things where if you get a bathroom scene in most things, it's just they're washing their hands. He's looking in the mirror during this scene, but that's another like directorial thing. So you can see both of their faces react, like the reason that they're in the mirror. But the rest of that scene, they're at the urinals, they're in the stalls, they're actually using the bathroom. It's one of those things that you don't see in movies. And you see it here, and then you're like, oh, this is a real place. And that's why when the violence happens, it's okay, because you're living in a real place where real things happen.
I mean, I also laughed because when the other guy runs out the room, you see that he kind of pisses himself as he's running away.
No,
it made me laugh.
Yes, and it's being used for, like, there's a lot of comedy in this movie too. Like, there's a lot of funny stuff that happens, and it's like, we were talking about in UHF or Spaceballs. Like, a lot of times there's a joke happening in the background. Like in the police station, there are so many people back there. You could watch this movie 50 times like I have, and you can see somebody different in the background this time that you've never seen before doing something stupid, doing something funny.
I don't know if anybody here has ever watched The Pit or not, but there is in one of the it was like one of the after scenes, or maybe it was the podcast. I can't remember. They were talking. Like, all of the background characters in The Pit are doing something, and when you transition from one character to, and if those people are in the shot, like if I'm walking one way and Mike's walking the other, and it switches from me to Mike, you will see those people still doing what they were doing in the last shot. And they were like, we had to make sure that every movement of the background characters would be lined up shot for shot. And I'm like, that is so cool to think of, like, the background characters that detailed, and RoboCop does that too.
Much fun into it.
And that's an old Hollywood. That's an old Hollywood like director thing that not many people do. But like in the scene where they're in, and we're still towards the beginning of this movie, but in the scene where what's his name dies, they talk about it on the news that one of the officers is in like critical condition, and then they go. And he's showing Murphy around, and there's the fat guy with the towel on him, and like they start on him and he's talking, and then they switch to Murphy and the chief walking, and then they come around and he's talking again. So like everything that was happening with him when he's talking about unionizing, like it all comes back around, and everybody who wasn't a part of what was going on is still happening in the background. And that's an old movie like trick to make things feel more realistic.
Yeah, more lived in.
And
Sorry,
it's an amazing, I don't even want to say trick, but it really makes the world feel filled out.
Yeah, I'll call it a technique, but
that's much better.
No, you're right. It's a technique, and when you talk about this movie being lived in, it almost feels like this movie was squatted in, which again is great. Again, is what this movie needs. All those things you mentioned, the little grace notes in the background, that's what makes this movie excel beyond standard action movie fare. Mm-hmm. All the grace notes, all the dynamics, if you liken this to like a song or a symphony, everything is tuned just so. And this is we talk about the directorial intent. This is a Paul Verhoeven joint, and his footprints and handprints and face prints are all over this thing. Yep. And it sings because of that. It absolutely soars and sings because of it.
Yep.
Like I'm a massive fan of Starship Troopers, and like you can tell that he did both of these movies.
You can tell that he also fucking hated and despised the original work of Starship Troopers, being like, man, Paul Verhoeven was just like, oh yeah, this original source material for this movie? It's fucking stupid and you're an idiot for liking it. And I'm like, I love you, Paul Verhoeven. I love you.
And Paul Verhoeven, is also a big fan of the co-ed shower scene,
Yep.
which I absolutely ripped off in Jack Billings Presents. We always have communal showers, and I got that 100% from his movies.
And it's even funnier that the armor and the guns from Starship Troopers are used in Power Rangers Lost Galaxy.
Did not know that. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
little
all through the show, but like when they're on the moon in the like first or second episode, the armor, it is literally just the Starship Troopers armor and the guns. They took it from Starship Troopers, like, here, we got all this stuff laying around, use it for Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. It is the exact same armor.
Okay, also this movie reminded me of Crow a little bit because it's a guy that gets murdered, then spends the entire, trying to get revenge on the people that killed him, essentially. Which I'm okay with that. It's another good movie.
That's a good movie.
That is another good movie.
Yep.
That one's not really saying anything, though.
Yeah.
It's good. No, I was surprised
movie.
at how much commentary is in this movie. I did not know that. I
Yeah.
also still can't get over how I've never seen this movie before.
I mean, the whole thing is the corporations making the city unlivable so that they can demolish the whole thing and build a whole new city with no crime. And if you don't think that that's actually going on, like if you don't think
that's going on all the time,
that the police are being bought by corporations so that the corporations can have cheap real estate. Like you can look in Philadelphia, like Fishtown used to be like a black neighborhood, and the cops let it get out of hand. And then all the real estate was like super cheap. And then it was just a bunch of rich white people who came in and bought it all up. And now it's like Hipsterville. So like that absolutely happens.
It happens all the
that's
time.
what they want to happen.
I mean, it's a very normal thing. Not a good thing, but it's not.
No,
it's very normal.
Terrible.
Sad that you have to say it's normal because that shouldn't be fucking normal. That's disgusting.
Shouldn't be, but it is.
Like, it's disgusting that happened.
I live in Austin, Texas. What do you think?
Oh, boy.
There it is. That's all I have to say.
Yep.
And Austin, I mean, and it used to be, like, at least Austin used to be fun. Now it's like all these weird, like, it seems like, I don't know if, I've never been to Austin, but it seems like it was fun. And now it seems like it's a bunch of Alex Jones, Joe Rogans, like, buying everything in that
they
town.
Want to start
and
their
that
own,
sucks.
like, freedom. Yeah. That's like, oh God, fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah, Austin is an interesting city. It's still trying to hold on to the last remnants of its coolness and its quirkiness and its hippie origins, but it's quickly becoming Dallas South, and it's unfortunate. It is very unfortunate to watch it slowly. As someone who loves this city and really loves what it used to stand for, it is sad to see it slowly gentrify and slowly just turn into corporations. I will say the one thing that Austin still has for is its music community. It's still one of the best music communities in the country, and it's still pretty pure as far as that goes. But other than that, it's sad to see.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about the main actor. I don't know him
Peter
as
Weller?
well. I don't think I've seen much of his work.
Oh, Peter Weller's like
He's done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff. He's usually not the main character though. But he's a great character actor.
Yep.
I've heard him in one movie and seen him in one movie. He was in Star Trek Darkness, and he did Batman: The Dark Knight Returns as the voice of Batman. So I heard him once.
I'm always happy, just like a Ray Wise. I'm always happy to see a Peter Weller when he shows up in something that I'm watching.
He's like you think of him as like a really big actor because it's just the name Peter Weller. You know the name. But he's been in he's not been in a lot of like the big stuff you would think of somebody who has his recognition. Like he's been in Robocop, and that might be one of the biggest things he's been in, honestly.
It has to be the biggest thing that he's in.
Yeah. I mean, other than a quick bit part in like Star Trek Into Darkness, like you said, Mike, and a couple other small things, this is by far his most prominent role.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's good because when you are Robocop and then you have a bit part and you show up in something and everybody's like, fuck yeah, it's Peter Weller. Like that's awesome too.
Yes.
Damn, he was in Screamers. Oh, that's right. And he was in Naked Lunch. That's amazing. Okay.
Peter
He was in
Weller.
the last ship too.
Yeah, Peter Weller is like Jeffrey Combs, and just that, like,
Hell
you
yeah.
know him
Yeah.
from like one big thing, and then whenever you
Yep.
see him in anything else, you're like, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good pull on Jeffrey Combs.
Very well said.
I fucking love Jeffrey Combs.
Hell
of
yeah.
course. But yeah, Peter Weller, fucking love him so much. Like, yes, I think a lot of us, like, when we think of him, we think, yes, Robocop, but then, like, you see him in so many other things, and you're just like, fuck yeah. Like, I love that he's in this. I love that movie, too, and I love this thing, and I love that TV show, and, like, yeah, dude has been in so much good shit.
He's like a Carrie Elways as well.
Oh,
Sam Neill,
Yeah, there you go.
A less handsome Carrie Elways.
like Sam Neill had a few, like Sam Neill was in a lot of really big stuff, but he also had some, like, I'm not going to spoil what the show is, but there is one show that he shows up in, and like every reactor I've ever watched is like, holy shit, it's Sam Neill. Why is he here? And I want him to stay.
Sam Neill is another good
he's
example.
Fantastic.
Sam Neill is another good example of that type of, hey, it's that guy actor. Because, like,
Yeah.
like
Oh, he's
that guy was another, like, hey, it's that guy juggernaut. Because, like, motherfucker, like, is in so much amazing shit, and then he got into Jurassic Park. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus
Right.
Christ, that's amazing.
like Hunt for Red October is probably my favorite role I think that I've ever seen him in. But and he kills it as the second in command of the Red October. Like, he is, I would say, the best actor of the Red October crew, and that's saying something because you've got freaking Sean Connery.
Connery? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think
Sean Connery's not that great of an actor.
Yeah.
I also think Hunt for Red October.
I agree with you on that. I agree.
Either like The Rock or Hunt for Red
He's awesome.
October might be my favorite role
Hunt
he's
for
ever been
October
in.
is a solid ass fucking movie, but also, like, sorry, not to, like, go into the, like, category of, like, hey, that it's that guy actors, because there's so many fucking incredible actors who are in that category, but, like, ironically, for all of, like, the American movies that Sam Neill is in, my favorite Sam Neill movie isn't even an American movie, it's an Australian movie.
Oh, I think I know which one it is.
I'll just say it, Dead Calm.
Yeah,
Never heard of that.
yeah.
Oh, Dead Calm fucking owns!
It's been
so
a
good.
long time since I've seen that.
Yeah.
No, the best Sam Neill movie is Event Horizon, and everybody knows that.
I've never seen that.
That's
I
great.
haven't seen it in years,
good.
but
I'm just saying my favorite is Dead Calm. Like, Event Horizon fucking owns that movie.
I know. I was just being a dick.
he's good at it.
Back to Peter Weller. One of the best things you can say about a character actor is that if he shows up at a convention, he's got a line.
Yes.
He's got a line, and the line will be long. But you're going to stand in that line. And that's one of the best things about a character actor.
It'll be diverse because nobody is probably there for this same thing.
Right.
That line will be out the door. That line will be out the door and around the fucking block. Like, Jesus Christ. Like,
I don't.
Yep.
I work conventions for, like, the people, like, for the talent.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Air quotes around there. I would hate to work. I would hate to work for Peter Weller. I would never get out of that. Yeah, I would never get out of that thing.
You're gonna be.
That's interesting.
You're gonna be there all fucking weekend. Like, oh
yeah,
man,
I would love to sit there and talk with him, but I don't want to work for him.
That'd be interesting.
That guy's gonna be signing like shit for like hours and hours, and like, oh man, like, oh my god, like, I can only imagine like the millions of people are like, oh my god, Mr. White, you're amazing, I love you in this and da da da, and then like just like that'll be that all weekend, just people just going up there and just.
Yeah, I worked
melting into just fanboy, fangirl, just I love you. Like,
I worked for David Hayter, and he was a wonderful man, and he had a long line, but it is nothing compared to what Peter Weller's would look like.
You fucking work for like a video game voice actor, like, holy shit, like that's another like long line. Like, people are gonna be just going ape shit. Like, oh man.
Yeah, that's one of the actors or voice actors I really want to meet someday. He hasn't come here yet.
He's awesome. I had breakfast with him at a not a Tim Hortons. I don't know. It's I forget what the restaurant was, but I did have breakfast with him at a dive diner.
That's cool though.
That's a cool story.
That is very cool.
He was a fucking breakfast with Solid Snake. That's amazing.
and Liquid Snake and Raiden.
Man, none
They
of
were
them
all
have come
three
here.
of
We've
them.
only got what that Troy Baker came here once, but
Oh,
there wasn't anything on his desk for Revolver Ocelot, so I'm like, I don't care. So I didn't wait in line. I didn't have a Funko Pop, and there was no Funko Pop Revolver Ocelot at that time. There still isn't. So I was like, I don't have anything I want you to sign, and I was like, okay, if he has a print on his desk for Metal Gear Solid 3, I'll meet him. But never. Might hurt something. Another character actor in this movie that I think stands out that probably wasn't that famous is the guy Red Foreman. I forget the actor's name, but
yeah, Kurtwood Smith.
Always be Red Foreman.
He's more famous than you think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the impressiveness about Kurtwood Smith as an actor, is that, like, that motherfucker is lucky because now he has, like, well, not now, but, like, he has two big, like, legendary roles. Fucking Clarence Boddicker, and then he, like, raised generations and generations as the fucking dad on that 70s show. Like, oh my God. Like, that guy has those two big roles under his belt. That's incredible. Like most actors aren't that lucky to have that. That's incredible.
Didn't think about that.
And he's
I knew how big this movie is, and I knew he was in this movie.
He is despicable. He is
Just sensational.
Bitches Leave is like iconic.
Defining.
I'm sad none of y'all use that for your opening quip. I was like, is someone going to use bitches? Because I will, but like, if someone's going to use it, like, you know, go ahead. Like,
nobody wanted to say it because that's his.
Yeah,
Bitches Leave is Kurtwood Smith's.
Oh, yeah.
It really is. It really is. Plus, I don't want people to leave the podcast 2 seconds into it. I don't want to like say, because if I do an impersonation, they're all going to be like, okay, I guess there he is.
I'm leaving enough cocaine for me. Just get out.
Stupid joke on my part. Dang. Sorry. I'm tired.
And now you all know why that's my opening quip for the podcast. Like, because I went with the Clarence Boddicker quip. It's like, okay, if I'm gonna use someone's quip, it's gonna be Clarence Boddicker. Because, like, come on, that's a classic villain. Like, Jesus Christ, he's so
really
detestable.
Good. And Mike has talked about, in comedies specifically, you need quotable lines. So this movie is just full of quotable lines. This movie is like, it's more quotable than any action movie I can think of. Like, I'll be back is one line out of that movie, and nobody's saying anything else out of Terminator.
Yeah, of course.
It's another movie
Colby,
I need to
I've got a Terminator line for you, although it's from T2.
Oh, the bad one.
Where all the good lines come from.
How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? But now that you said that, now I can really shout this at you. Well, fuck you little dipshit.
Nobody's saying that. It's I'll be back or nothing.
Yeah, I didn't even know the line that he said, and I've also never seen T2 all the way through, so.
Oh, how dare you.
I don't think I've ever seen Terminator 1 all the way through either. So I don't know.
Terminator 1, not as good as I remembered, but Terminator 2, just James Cameron bullshit from front to back.
But I've seen Terminator 3 all the way through. I know.
Wow, that's an interesting arc. Not to get this into a Terminator 2 conversation. It's people don't like Terminator 2 as much as they think. I'm just going to put that out there.
You're wrong. You are wrong.
Thank you, Bill.
You are both wrong.
I like Terminator 2 quite a bit, but you don't think there's a lot of that movie you don't like as much as you think you do.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. You are
Bill, on my side, as always.
We'll see.
I'm not on your side always, Mr. Cole.
No, not all the time, but on the important things. You may not like Metroid Dread enough, but for the rest of it, you were my ally.
Yeah, and I'm not a big and I'm not the biggest David Lynch fan, but that's more taste. I gave him his flowers.
That is completely understandable. Like, I can totally see people not liking David Lynch's movies.
I gave the man his flowers on the Lost Highway episode. I gave him his flowers, but he's that's as far as I'm usually willing to go with.
It's fine. Like, I know plenty of people who don't like David Lynch, and like, if you don't like movies that are 100% vibes, you're not gonna like David Lynch.
It's very fair. I am gonna watch Blue Velvet at some point. I owe it to
I
myself.
will give you an excuse to at some point.
Because
Blue Velvet
I'm
is
sure.
rough, but also a wonderful movie.
Yeah, I Dennis Hopper, always has my heart, so I will follow that man to places unknown.
Well, Lost Highway, you will find yourself in places unknown.
I did. I found in places unknown and at times incomprehensible. But listen to that episode.
Blue Velvet.
Please
Blue Velvet. Listen to that episode because it's a good one. Oh yeah, it is up there. Yes, it is.
Yeah. This will actually come out early because this is a Patreon voted. Like, I'm really glad that you presented this bill. I mean, because this movie won hands down in the Patreon poll. But like, I've always meant to get around to talking about this movie, but I don't know if I ever would actually put it on the show. But when you made the poll, and I'm like, all right, like finally, this happens for me.
Was this part of the movies my dad found?
It was.
Yes. Yeah. So this is because again, to go back to what I was saying earlier, this is one of my dad's favorites, and again, how I got exposed to it at a way too early age. So this one has a special place for me, and I'm always glad when I rewatch these movies that have that special place, and they still hold up and they still work in the way that I remember them. It's very comforting in a lot of different ways. So I'm stoked to be talking about it.
It really, like, this movie held up more than I expected. Like, it's not just a goofy action movie like I thought it might be at first. Not at all.
No, it's. And the podcast is sort of vibes today, but when we want to talk about the movie, it's like, it's again, the way that the movie is structured, you understand what the world is, you understand how it works within 5 minutes. And then, like, it's a very structured movie. I don't think we're doing the structure justice by our vibiness of the podcast, but like, this thing has, like, this is a hero's journey movie from front to back, including redemption, where we get the redemption and then the movie's over. The movie is fucking over when the movie is over. It doesn't again, that thing that drives me crazy in modern movies, where after the movie's over, we have 3 extra scenes. And I'm not even talking about after credit scenes. I'm talking about just scenes that don't need to be in the movie, just so that the stupid audience knows that everybody's okay afterwards. Like, you don't need to do that. We can figure out if they're going to be okay or if they're not. Like, let us use our imaginations.
What's that?
There's a reason that Donald Trump is our president, and it's because everything around us has made us fucking stupid.
Our imaginations have been dulled.
Everything has been dulled. Our ability to think critically has been dulled because of everything needing to make as much money as possible. You can't make art that makes people think anymore because everything has to be easily digestible by even the stupidest people. And that sucks. Like,
it does suck.
Get smarter or miss out on stuff. I'm sorry, but get smarter or miss out on great stuff.
Yeah, and it's and not to get on this, but I think it's always worth discussing this and bringing this up in any forum because it's important. Be critical and care about the art, care about the stuff you ingest because people work really hard on these things and it deserves to be analyzed and looked at. It's not just dorks like the people on this show who enjoy like dissecting things. It's important to do that. I don't care who you are. Analyze the things you like because it'll make you like it even more, and it'll give you and it's respectful to the people who made it because they deserve to be analyzed and have their work looked at in such a way.
Yep. To figure out why you like something is
I love it. I know.
Like, if you can't discuss why you like something, if you're just like, oh yeah, I like that movie because it's, and I like plenty of dumb stuff. Don't get me wrong. I like plenty of dumb stuff, but I can, I know why I like that dumb stuff. It's great to like dumb stuff. Not everything has to be a thinker, but you do have to think about why you like that dumb stuff. You know what I mean?
You should be able to point out what it is that you enjoy about it. Like, it can just be a dumb movie. You're like, it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
So I have fun. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I know why I like that movie because I was Scott Pilgrim, like many of us were probably, and it's a video game reference, and it's stupid, but it's fun stupid.
I like
I
The
like-
Happening.
Oh, the happening's great.
Happening, the Shyamalan twist of The Happening is that it was a comedy the whole time. And if you watch it as a comedy, it's a fucking hilarious movie.
That's so interesting. That's so interesting.
I'm a very big fan of Neil Breen. That man has never said anything of substance in his life. And his movies are all awful, but I love them.
So there is one scene in this movie that made me start cackling, and it's only because of not good reasons. So, but when the robot falls down the stairs and it's the stairs that beat him, it made me crack up. There's more than one reason, I just can't say it on here. But like, I was like, you have this gigantic robot that can shoot missiles, but walk down the stairs. Like, you think they would have thought that through.
And
So
that is also satirical about these corporations making things and putting a bunch of shit on it, but not thinking about like the foundation of it. Like it's the same way with the movie Chopping Mall. It's about killer robots, and they also can't use the steps. So like they just want to make this thing to patrol the streets and like murder the criminals, but they don't think about, the little stuff like that. The foundational stuff that makes the thing work. So even that funny thing is still like a commentary on something.
Yes. No, 1,000%. It's so well, and boy, oh boy, do I love the animation of the Ed 209. I absolutely love the stop motion. It looks great. I think it's wonderful in how herky-jerky it is and how it doesn't seem like it's in the same movie almost, but it really does. It's great.
If you watch it like I did, and I've talked about this on a lot of different movie podcasts, the stuff in the 70s and 80s and even into the 90s wasn't made to be watched on 4K Blu-rays. It was made to be watched on film. And I watched Robocop on the VHS tape that I have. And Ed 209 looks good on the VHS tape because that's what they made it for. They made it for film. So it's not going to look good in 4K. And that's fine.
It's not that I disagree with you, but I think he actually looks great in HD. Like, I watched a 1080p rip. Like, I have like a Blu-ray of it. I that's the one I have, and I thought he looked great.
Yeah,
it's what I had. He looks like he has that like jerkiness of an actual robot made in that time period, just like Robocop, and I think that looks amazing. Like,
yes, and maybe I didn't say, like, the robot itself looks great in HD, but it's obviously like placed over top. It does look like it's not in the movie. When it's on film, it has that same look, but it looks like it's in the movie. It doesn't look like something that was placed into the movie. Like, it looks like a what is his name? Ray Harryhausen?
Harryhausen. Yep, Ray Harryhausen.
It looks like one of his things on film.
It does have a kind of a Ray Harryhausen effect of like its movement, but like I said, I think that actually works for what this giant fucking beast of a unit is. Like,
I think
there's no, like, it's so heavy set, and like, trying to imagine that thing going down the stairs, like, it's such a heavy set unit, gravity doesn't fucking work that way. Like, that thing is just gonna tumble. Like,
I think one of the things that the movie has going for it with I don't know, like, I have a Blu-ray. It was back on my shelf. I was so freaking tired last night. I was like, I'm renting this thing on Amazon. I'm not digging my Blu-ray out. So I watched it on Amazon, and I think the thing that at least that version, I'm assuming that's the Blu-ray version probably, this movie has such like a film grain effect that, like, even with it being like HD, like, the film grain covers everything so well that you don't notice any of that, like the different look of like HD from film, in my opinion. I know it's the film grain was so heavy. I loved it. I think the film grain on this movie looks fantastic.
Yeah, I've seen it HD, and it just felt like somebody put a shrinky dink on top of it. It doesn't look, again, it doesn't look bad, but it definitely doesn't look, if you watch it on like a VHS rip, or even a film rip. Like if you would watch it on a big screen that was playing a film and not a disc, you can notice the difference. I've seen this movie in every way that you could possibly see it. They even showed it at a retro movie night around, and I went and saw it there, and it looks beautiful up on the big screen, but you have to watch it. You have to watch it on film. Those effects are made for film.
I do I know what you're saying, because I feel that way about the at the end of Terminator 1 when you see the actual Terminator, it looks horrendous on Blu-ray.
The thing that I notice it with is The Exorcist. When the guy pulls his face off in the mirror, it looks so disturbing on the VHS.
That's not The Exorcist, that's Poltergeist.
Poltergeist, that's right.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, you are correct. But those effects were made for film, and they just look better on film.
Yeah.
I was just to say, I'm glad to say that my local video rental place, We Love Video, I mentioned this in a previous episode, has RoboCop on VHS in stock now. So I can see cool things about Austin, Texas. I can go to We Love Video and I can rent movies and I can rent VHS tapes and I can actually rent. I'll probably need to rent a VHS player too to go along with it because I don't own one. But I have one. I'll send it to you. I barely use it. Cool. We can make that happen because I would like to watch this on VHS like my dad did. That might be a really fun, nostalgic thing to do.
You know what, Bill? I will send you my copy of RoboCop and the VHS player so that you can watch it. You don't even have to.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
I'm so sorry. I actually sold all my retro video game stuff. I would have given my stuff to you. I'd give you my Super Nintendo, my SD to SNES, this big flash card that has every game on it. I'm sorry. Oh my god.
Oh, it's okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. This like I said before, this movie has a lot of nostalgic value for me as well as aesthetic. So yeah, I would like to see this on the way I saw it back when I was, again, way too young to see it. It'd be really cool.
I was afraid, going into this, that my nostalgia for it was gonna overshadow my actual what I feel about the movie. I'm glad to hear that everybody else feels this way about this movie, even Mike who saw it for the first time. Mike and I usually have such disparate opinions on movies that I was like, oh my god, if he doesn't like RoboCop, what the fuck? I'm gonna have to go to Minnesota and just punch his face. But
Tiff will support you. She'll be like, go ahead, punch him. He deserves it for something, I'm sure.
She'll hold him so he can't run.
Dude, Colby always got your back, even if we disagree on shit. Dude, come on. Of course I'm gonna be like RoboCop fucking owns.
Hey, I like Princess Bride too, so I do like his movies.
Yes, you did.
Good.
I mean,
I can think of very few perfect movies, but this and Princess Bride are two perfect movies.
I could get behind that. I don't consider this a perfect movie because I haven't seen it enough times. I consider Silence of the Lambs a perfect movie, Mission Impossible 1 a perfect movie. Fucking love those two movies. But I don't know. I wouldn't mind watching it again. I just rented it on Amazon because I had it. Because that's the way I do it. Usually, I don't buy a lot of movies for this podcast. This one I probably should have bought. The last time I bought a movie, I regretted it though.
Well, if you wait 14 days, it'll be on Prime.
I'm probably going to watch it again in 14 days. If I remember, I might watch it while I'm editing.
It's definitely something that you want to watch a couple more times. And and again, it's barely more than 90 minutes. It's 93 minutes long. It's such a condensed movie, but the downside to that is that you have to pay attention to it. Because you are going to miss something if you look away for 10 seconds.
I did. I missed something when I was trying to... I turned away to my food to get some more food, and I at the plate next to me, I'd look down and then I missed how he killed the black guy in the end of the movie. I'm like, where'd the guy go? He's not here. What happened? I better rewind.
Yeah, it's stuff happens and then it's done.
So there's two things in this movie that I do want to quickly mention. One is I'll buy that for $1. I know that is a famous joke now.
Mhm.
So for me, when I was a kid, I never saw this movie, obviously. So I knew it from Smash TV, they say
I was
that.
going to say Smash TV.
So, I mean, I knew it was in this movie, but hearing it again just made me laugh because immediately I thought of Smash TV. I'm like, oh, so that's what I
Yeah.
stole it from. That stupid
Yep.
game.
That
And then the other
guy-
thing is,
Again,
I-
for a guy who like is not a character in the movie, but the makeup and the mustache and the comb over, the greasiness of him, like you know what this guy is about, and he's in like 3 scenes in the movie and he says a catchphrase. And you
That's it.
know, like you know what's going on with this guy because it's such a well-made movie.
my other dumb thing I want to say, which, so this episode hasn't aired yet because you'll hear this before that. So I watched a really bad movie, Resident Evil: The Final Chapter, and in that movie, they have a scene that they stole from this movie, where in the very end, how Robocop can't hurt the guy because he works for the corporation, and then they're like,
Yeah.
"You're fired," and then he can murder him. In Resident Evil: The Final Chapter, they do that too, where someone's like, "You're fired," and then the computer can kill him. I'm like, "You fucking stole from this movie, you piece of shit!" Like, it just made that movie even worse.
It's
Not
your
worse.
fault for watching
The movie
Resident
is
Evil movies.
awful. I have not bitched on a podcast as much as I do on that episode.
I
Oh,
don't feel
really?
bad for you at all. It's
I
your
do
own
feel bad for
fault.
me.
You
I got
knew
to
it was
complete-
going to be a bad movie.
got to complete a 6-year journey of trying to watch those movies. I was happy that I completed it, but
I'm still angry that I missed that one. I would have loved to have been on tore that movie apart.
that movie is so bad.
I've got a couple of quick things that I want to. So I'm like a big nerd on like effects and stuff in movies. So there was one thing that I noticed in the scene where RoboCop is throwing what's his name, where he's throwing Clarence around like after he busts the drug manufacturing place or whatever that was, when he's like
Yeah,
throwing him through
yep.
windows and stuff.
That
Yep.
scene is incredible. The shootout in the drug
Yeah.
warehouse. Oh,
Yep.
But one of the things I noticed, and I like had to go back because now it's one of those things that my brain picks up on. When he goes to throw him through one of the windows, the charge for the window went off too quick, and so you see the window break before he hits it.
Oh, interesting. I never noticed that.
If you, I can't remember exactly. It's like the second time I think he picks him up and throws him. Yeah, you can see the charge go off and the window shatters before he hits it. I was like, that's just a. And then one of the other things was the Emil, the guy
Yes.
who got dumped with all the toxic waste at the end of the movie. That is some of the coolest costume effects work I think I've ever seen. I forgot how good he looks.
I'm so glad you brought that up. I was going to bring that up as well as one of my final little things. I'll store that in Memory Bank 302 as things that traumatized young Bill as a 10-year-old. I had nightmares about shambling Emil coming out.
Yes.
That scared me so much and is still rather unsettling as an adult.
Not only is the makeup effects, like the makeup effects are amazing, but the sound design during that scene is so incredible. I'm a sound guy.
Yeah.
And like the way he
Oh, God,
is so disturbing because they tweak it enough so that you can so that it like makes it disturbing, but they don't tweak it so much that it sounds fake. And also, it's very funny that there's just a big tank that's just labeled toxic waste.
Right. I mean, listen.
It's like Batman.
Yeah, if if you're in a video game, that thing would have exploded if you shot it.
Yes.
Like that's how obvious that is. And what I love about that scene too, when he gets the toxic waste dumped on him, is that he dissolves in stages. So they went through the trouble of having different stages of makeup for his for a quick 10-second scene of utter grossness to terrify a young child in his basement.
Anyone who's ever worn rubber gloves and worked with a solvent, like that's what that looks like. Like
really, yeah, I know.
The way that he sort of melts is the way that a rubber glove melts when you get a solvent on it. And it always, because I used to do like disaster cleanup. So when we would clean like furniture and stuff, we would clean with a solvent. And every time I had to do that, my gloves would like get all big and then they would start to melt, and I would think about that scene in Robocop every time.
Golly.
That was a good scene.
Great.
Can I mention something that's really fucked me up about that entire sequence? I apologize. This may trigger people in this podcast who are talking. The people in this podcast and the listeners. Emil's fingers after he's sent through the toxic waste looks like hot dog wieners.
Well, you see the bone of the end of his finger sticking through.
Yes.
That is horrifying.
Stunning attention to detail. Stunning attention to detail.
So good.
I'm not trying to gross it. I have seen a finger that has been degloved. You just see the bone. It is one of the weirdest freaking looking things you could ever see.
Boy. Wow.
The scene, if anybody has the movie up, 10627 is where you see the window.
I'm not doing that. No.
It's where you see the window.
I think he's talking about the window, not the glove, not the hand.
No, I'm talking about when the window breaks before he gets through it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then the last quick thing I have that I want to bring up, because I don't think anybody but me would pick up on this. The gas station attendant, when the gas station gets blown up with Emil again, when Robo blows it up, that actor he passed away in 2009. His name is Spencer Prokop. The dude was a English translating writer for One Piece.
Oh wow!
One Piece, Darker Than Black, Trinity Blood. He voiced the heretic prophet in Halo 2. He's been in Baccano. The dude is done some really cool stuff. Yeah, he translated and adapted 10 episodes of One Piece in 2001 to 2003. And I saw him and I was like, I should know that guy from somewhere. And I looked at it, I was like, yep, that is the guy he was an anime translator for Funimation.
That is incredible.
Anything else to say about this movie?
I think I've spoken pretty much everything that I could about this. This movie is so damn. It's amazing how relevant this damn movie is and how layered it is and just incredible it is. Man, I think even when people know about Paul Verhoeven, people know it, oh yeah, Paul Verhoeven, that guy does satire stuff, but it's just no, even when you think you don't know. You watch a Paul Verhoeven film and it's just fuck, this guy is he's on so many different levels. Oh man, just what a fucking ride.
Yeah, I'm ready to, let's do it.
Yeah, Stacker Box. And Bill, lead us in, please.
Oh, this is, this is a stone cold shelf in every sense of the word. Again, this is a top 10 movie for me of all time. A movie I adore and seen multiple times for all the reasons we've stated. Satire is one of the hardest genres to get right because you have to be so calculated and so much craft has to be involved into getting it right. And the fact that this movie is not only a biting satire, but a cracking good action movie is a monumental feat. And the world is better because Robocop exists in this film universe. And I'm so glad that we got the chance to talk about it and got to relive it. And I am going to watch this on VHS, like the good director intended. Probably this is a treat, and I really hope. I know Ken Sanity is very big on saying sometimes if I can make one person watch something that's really good, I hope somebody who's never seen RoboCop watches it because of this episode, because it deserves to be celebrated. I think much more than it actually is. It's one of the classics, and I am shelf all the way.
Somebody will. With the way the show works.
I think so. That's how this works. Yeah, 1,000%.
Kyle.
This is like many of the others I have put on this. This is, of course, going on my shelf, but like a few other choices being on the shelf, this is like every version of this damn movie is going on my shelf. It's the VHS tape, the Laserdisc, the DVD, the Blu-ray, the 4K. I'm fucking owning every version of this goddamn movie. I'm just, give me it all. Man, this movie is just so incredible and so remarkable. I want to watch this on VHS. I want to watch this on projection screen. Like, I want to watch this projected on film in a theater. I want to watch this on DVD. I want to watch this on Blu-ray and 4K. I want to watch this in HD. I want to watch it. Yeah, this movie is incredible. And, something that I kind of want to end off my little kind of spiel of this podcast about RoboCop is that, like, I'm happy with the things that we have of RoboCop, like some of the licensed video games. Like, for example, the arcade game by Data East, that game kicks ass. And the second RoboCop arcade game by Data East, that game also fucking kicks ass. And RoboCop Road City, that game is also fucking incredible. But, feel like sequels for the movie are kind of unnecessary. Like, RoboCop as a story and the character is just the first movie. Like, I kind of, like, I get it, because, like, the world of RoboCop is interesting, and the character is interesting, and, I said this many times in this podcast, it is an extremely layered movie, but everything is kind of wrapped up perfectly at the ending of this film. Like, you don't have to worry about getting into the Universal RoboCop, because you can just be one and done with the movie. But yeah, this movie is so easily going on my shelf.
And not to hijack real quick, we didn't talk about the sequels really. I'll defend RoboCop. I'll defend RoboCop 2. Obviously not near the quality of this. I do defend RoboCop 2. I think it has its charms and I think it has its place. The third one is trash, but I have a bit of a soft spot for RoboCop 2. I support it. Yeah, again, nowhere near the classic, but I'm a fan. I kind of like it for reasons.
I think nostalgia can get you through RoboCop 2, but it's not good. It's a really bad movie.
I don't know. It's one of those
to watch.
It's been so long since I've seen it, and I need to rewatch it and build a new opinion on it. From what I recollect, I remember thinking this is not RoboCop, but you know what? And again, time and place could have been part of it too. I don't know. It's been a very long time.
I will tell you, as someone who watched RoboCop 2 last night because it said on YouTube that it was the full movie of RoboCop 1, and I will be honest with you, I did not want to go into my closet to pull out my VCR and everything.
That's fair.
So I tried to watch it, and I watched about a little bit less than 3/4 of RoboCop 2, and it is not good.
Okay, it's interesting. You know what? Again, it could have been time and place. I don't remember where I saw it. And I need a new screening.
For sure, if you have nostalgia for 2, like, I can see it's not terrible, but it's not. Like, the problem is, like with a lot of things, when the first one is perfect,
you're right.
Like,
exactly.
You can't live up to it. You just can't. And like, Frank Miller wrote 3. And like a lot of things a lot of things that Frank Miller does, he missed the point.
Yeah.
So it has a lot of stuff in it that's like, oh yeah, Frank Miller definitely wrote it.
That's an interesting lens. I didn't know he wrote it. So that's an interesting.
I didn't know that he wrote 2, but
interesting.
It's definitely 3 is definitely after he went completely like right-wing nutball.
And
that's
Colby,
funny.
where would you put this?
Oh, on the shelf, dude. On the shelf. This is not only in my top 10 movies. This is not only in my top 3 movies. This is my probably number 3 movie of all time. It's just, again, take away all the social satire, take away all of that stuff, and it's a great movie to watch. Like, the way that everything moves, you're not bored for a second, even during like talking sequences. There's still stuff happening. The movie is made in such a way that, and it's not just like jingling keys over here. There's so much going on because that's life. Like, we see what this world is like. And so all of the violence, all of the clutter, for lack of a better word, is all world building stuff. And it's written so wonderfully. And again, the actors Nobody's like bowing down to the star of the movie. We are an ensemble. We are all working together to make a great movie. And we got Miguel Ferrer in there, and we got Ray Wise in there. Like, it's just everything that happens is stuff that you not only need to see, but want to see. And besides like Alien, I can't think of another movie that does that, where every second, everything that's happening in the background matters. Everything in this movie matters. And then if you're looking for a action movie, it's a great action movie. Like, it's just such a well-made movie, and it holds up like I would say nothing else from the 1980s holds up.
Okay. And John.
Oh, it's definitely on my shelf. It's on my shelf somewhere back there. I'm not sure where. Yeah, it's just a fantastic movie. The cast is all just, I don't think you could like recast any of them and have the same movie. Commentary is incredible. Peter Weller absolutely just knocks it out of the park as RoboCop. It's a fantastic movie that they like kept trying to do again, and it never happened. And so I think they gave up. But yeah, it's just there's nothing else to say. RoboCop is great.
I agree, Ashley. I'll go last. I'm putting it on the shelf, too. I really enjoyed this movie. I didn't know what I would think, and I was like, damn, this is a good movie. A really damn good movie. And I kind of want to see 2 now. I know 2 is not good from what I've heard, but I'm curious to see 2. I'm surprised.
It's worth seeing. I would say, like, everything RoboCop is worth seeing if you don't need the satire, because nothing else in RoboCop has it. They all took the action movie route for everything that came after. Even the game, even Rogue City, which I really like, is a first-person shooter. Like, it's a first-person shooter first and a RoboCop thing second, which is fine. But that's not what I came to RoboCop stuff for.
I'm just curious about it.
Yeah, if you're looking for action stuff, it's all fine and good.
I'm curious. We'll see, but it's something I've been thinking about now. All right, and then let's go to plugs. And Kyle, why don't you lead us in?
All right. Well, folks, you can find me babbling on my very own podcast at the Unidentified Flying Obsession Podcast. You can find that wherever you find your podcasts or get your podcasts. You can also find me talking about all sorts of random bullshit and my other musings on Blue Sky at chibiufo.bsky.social.
And Bill.
You can find me as always at A Gamer Looks at 40 and Carrying My Cross podcast. Find those wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Both of those shows are very different, but they all have a piece of me in them. So yeah, I like both of those projects, and there may be new A Gamer Looks at 40 things coming out in the nearish future. So don't forget that show exists. It is still a thing that is percolating in the back of my brain. Yeah, check those out wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hey, I plug it every episode I make, so
you sure do, sir. You sure do, and I genuinely appreciate it every single time.
And Colby.
Oh, you can hear me along with a bunch of Games My Mom Found alumni, such as Mike Albertin, Tiff, Zach, huge thanks, Phoebe Stanton on Jack Billings Presents. It is a scripted sitcom podcast that's really weird. You can also hear me on This Bizarre Adventure, which is where my podcast soulmate B. Highland and I talk about the show JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and of course on Absolutely the Best Podcast, Work in Progress with Zach and George. I'm not on the Marvel movie episodes of that, but I do all of the Alien and Predator ones, and we are doing the Of the Dead series next. So like all the Night of the Living Dead, Day of the Dead,
Awesome.
I didn't know
Return
that.
of the Living Dead.
You haven't
Hell
told me yet.
yeah.
So, and all the remakes. So
You'll be busy.
that's going to be, I think we start recording that at the end of August, if I remember correctly. But
That's
yeah,
cool. I
until
was
then,
wondering what he
you
was
can-
going to do next.
Yeah, you can hear all of the, I think by now, all of them are released, all the Alien and Predator movies. The great Alien movies and the 2 great Predator movies and then a bunch of bullshit, absolute garbage Predator movies.
You guys beat me to it. Someday I'm going to do that too. Go through all those movies, but
I think you need to have us on.
So
not that I'm going to watch like The Predator or Predators again.
Why not?
They listen to the episodes, Mike.
No, I know why not. I heard they were awful.
Yeah, they're really bad.
Someday. It's one of my other goals, but I'm going to finish Saw and I'm going to finish other things before I get to that, but someday.
God damn, now I'm depressed because I'm thinking of The Predator.
Think about the Saw movies. They're actually way better than you realize.
They're not. Those are also really bad.
I thought that too. I'm 4 in and I'm like, man, I want more. So, hey, at the time you're hearing this, it's only 3 unless you're a patron. Oh, then I should do my plugs. If you enjoyed this episode, over 1,000 other episodes of this podcast, we do movies, TV shows, video games, comics, all sorts of content. If you want to support the show, we do have a Patreon with a little dog. You vote in our Patreon polls. You get the episodes early and you get the episodes ad-free, whatever they're at. And you get them early. That's what the most important part. And you vote in the 2 polls a month, which is this was a poll. You get to affect the show like this did and this one. And also, if you donate $10 more or plug your podcast to YouTube, every episode I make during that month, like these lovely people, Phoebe Staten, the Let's Play Princess on YouTube and Twitch, and follow her podcast, Nerds Broadcast. Check out Zach's show, you already kind of heard about, absolutely the best podcast, A Work in Progress. And then also check out your Bill Tucker show. And please, if you want to be on the show, you want to suggest things to the show, join the Discord. You want to lurk? I don't care. Just join the Discord. Make me happy. You'll see a link in the show notes. And please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, audio only, and rate and reviews wherever you get your podcast. I think that's everything I need to say. So we will see you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.